Hi, big news. Poker Night items have been added to a new set in the item schema. Now, what does any of that mean? Let's break it down. First up, if you somehow don't know what Poker Night is, it was a game released in 2010 by Telltale Games. And there's nothing too crazy about this, it's just a poker game. But the cool thing was, if you completed certain achievements in that game, you would get TF2 items for it. And here's what you can get in Poker Night 1. And there's a Poker Night 2 as well. And these were the items you can get in it. Pretty cool. But here's the problem. Telltale Games got shut down and all their stuff liquidated. So on Steam, if you scroll down, you can no longer buy this. And same with Poker Night 2. This has created an underground economy where if you go to their discussion pages, there are people selling access to these games so you can get the TF2 items through Family Share. Or alternatively, you can go on G2A and buy it for $170 or both for $250. Obviously, not ideal, not good, but for the people who missed it, they might be saved. Because on November 14th, Valve added this to the item schema. Now, what is an item schema? Here it is. It is a massive file of every item in TF2 and information that is important to it. So, you have the TF2 stock items, the Scout's Bat, the Pyro's Fire Axe. You have unlockable weapons, the Pyro's Backburner. You have cosmetic items, the Soldier's Tyrant's Helm, and here it defines important information. What backpack image does it use? What model does it use in-game when it's rendered on a player? And you have information on crates. This is the first man-code crate. In it, it was the Vitasol, the Gunslinger. You have store items too. This is the Jungle Inferno Contract Pass. And you even have item attributes. This is the Ubercharge rate bonus that some weapons can have. So that's what the item schema is. It's a massive document that catalogs all of TF2's items and the important information that goes alongside that. Now, there is a problem. This schema that I'm showing you doesn't have the new stuff that they added. If you go to your TF folder and you go to Scripts, Items, this has been last updated October 27th. And even if you go to check on the server files, this is the server that you joined to play on. It is also last updated October 27th. So did I lie to you? This item schema I'm showing you is the one from Steam. Valve has updated the item schema on their end. It's just that there hasn't been a TF2 update since then that would make us download a local copy of it. But this is actually in use. If you boot up TF2 and you check on the console, there is something very interesting that it tells you. Every time you boot up TF2, it checks with Steam if there's a newer version of the item schema, and if there is, it downloads it and applies it. So it is in use, and this is actually in the item schema, it's just that we don't have it locally. And you can manually do what TF2 does and ask Steam for the newest schema and download it to inspect it. Okay, cool. So what is all of this? What is an Atch 14? What is an Atch 15? This information is stored in the Achievement Rewards section. And basically, it maps achievements to items. So this is the first medic achievement milestone, and for that, you get item 36. What is item 36? If we do a quick search for it, oh, it's the Blutsauger. And this information is used to map to code as well. So if you look for TF Dominate for Goggles in the TF code, you'll get this, Achievements TF. And if you continue following this down, you get here. And here is the logic for how this achievement works. So they check if someone died, if there's a domination, if the person who killed the victim is you, and if there's a victim. And if so, they increment a tracker, and all they want is for one increment. So 1 domination, and you unlock the achievement and you get the item. A fresh pair of eyes, and you get this pyrovision goggles when you dominate someone. Besides just TF2 stuff, they also catalog all of the TF2 achievement items you can get, even if they're outside of TF2. So for example, this is the Alien Swarm Parasite hat. So if we look up what 189 is, it's the Alien Swarm Parasite hat. And if we look up 630 on Steam, it brings you to the Alien Swarm store page. So this section contains information about TF2's achievements, and it also includes information from achievements that you do in other games and what item you get from it. And I think this cataloging is actually exhaustive and complete, because I went and checked on all of the things that were defined here and compared it against the list of promo items we have, and I don't think anything is missing. There are promo items that aren't on the list, and that's because a lot of the stuff that you get, you just buy the game and you get it. It's not an achievement. For specifically achievement items, I think everything is actually listed here. And I mean that literally too, because some very astute observers might have noticed that in the past, we had this item, the Rift Well-Spun Hat Claim Code, and you get this for completing the Rift Walker achievement. And if you check on today's achievement rewards list, it's not in here, so what's up with that? Well, if we time travel back a little bit to an older version of the game, and we check on their item schema, and we check on what's in their block of achievement rewards, it's here. It's defined here. We just don't have it in today's schema simply because it expired. It was a limited time event and it's no longer active. So I think every achievement item that you can get in TF2 is genuinely defined here. Which brings us to what they added on November 14th. Achievement 14 to 17. Now the items involved here go from 294 to 298. 294 is Lugermorph. 295, the Demo Shutter Shades. 296, the Police Badge. 297, the Spy Watch. And 298, the Heavy Iron Curtain Minigun Reskin. And the other bit of information here is that these items are attached to a Steam app ID of this. Now if we try to look this up on Steam, you just get sent to the store front page. Nothing happens. But this isn't that crazy. If you try to look up, for example, app ID 11, nothing happens as well. Even though app ID 10 works, which is Counter-Strike. It is normal for app IDs to bring you to the front page and nothing happens, but we can dig deeper. There is a website called SteamDB and they collect and catalog a lot of behind the scenes Steam information. So let's try to look up that secret app ID on this website. And what happens is it brings you to an unknown app, so SteamDB doesn't know what this is. This was first seen and first detected 4 months ago. And what's crazy is that it was last updated 2 days ago, November 17th. But even though SteamDB doesn't have any information on this, I think this is a re-release of Poker Night 1, because if you put them up side by side with the original definitions for Poker Night 1, it is the same. You have this achievement for getting Max's items, 294, 296. It is exactly the same between these two. And then all the rest are one achievement, one item. So it really seems like this new Steam app ID is potentially possibly a re-release of Poker Night 1. And you will be able to buy that and get these promo items again. It's always possible that there's something we don't know. It is possible that we don't know how this section of the schema works, and it's possible that none of this matters. But hopefully, we get the good ending. But for now, this is all we know, and thanks for watching this scrappily put together news report. Hopefully you all get your items.